All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Early Bird Special brought to you by Bold Daily Picks. I'm your host, Dan Reed. Gonna hop right into it. It's gonna be a pretty quick episode. Rough day out yesterday. Went about 500. When I say about 500, I just don't want to say we had a losing day. We had a losing day. That's okay because we have another 15 picks coming at you. It's mostly what the episode's gonna be today, just some quick picks. Start us off in some NHL action. We got the Red Hot Golden Knights traveling over to St. Louis. That one's kind of a toss-up. St. Louis kind of finds a way to scratch and claw their way to wins. I'll take Vegas money line. Next, we got Arizona at Minnesota. I'll take Wild. Moving down the line here, we got Ottawa traveling over to Edmonton. Gotta take Edmonton. Really hard to bet on Ottawa right now. We got LA Kings traveling over to Colorado. Don't like either team in this. I'll take over 5.5. Next, we got another total, San Jose at Anaheim, the 5.5 number, but we're going to go under on this one. Neither one of those teams can put the puck in the back of the net, so that should be a pretty easy under. Moving on to some more pre-March Madness action, we got Maryland at Michigan. Maryland had a pretty tough game yesterday, battled with Michigan State for most of the game, so I'll go Michigan here. Don't think Maryland gets by Michigan. Mississippi State at Alabama. Alabama's a very good team. Been growing for the past 3 years. I'm ready to cash in on them. So let's go Bama money line. Next, we got Ohio State at Purdue. A little bit of an upset here. I'm going to take Purdue. Moving on down the line, we got Oklahoma State at Baylor. Let's take Baylor money line. Baylor's just too good this year. Outside of Gonzaga, I'd say the second best team in the country, and even after yesterday's win, I picked against Oklahoma State. I'm not blown away by Oklahoma State. Next, we got Georgia Tech at Virginia. Both teams struggled to put their games away yesterday. I'll take Virginia. Georgia Tech, Virginia played a better Syracuse team. Georgia Tech struggled with Miami, who has just been not good this year. Moving on down the line, that'll pretty much do it for college basketball. On our Instagram, we're going to have a couple more college basketball plays throughout the day. But for our daily picks, we're going to move on down to the NBA action. NBA, we got absolutely murdered in yesterday. Anybody who tells you they know what they're doing, they know what they're doing with the NBA this year, they are lying. The NBA has been a shit show. Anybody who has success in this game, they know NBA is a joke this year. So, these picks, I don't know anymore. I can't feel confident on NBA. I can't. We got Miami at Chicago. And this is what I'm talking about with NBA. Now our logic is big flawed here because you always want to go with the numbers. You always want to go with the analytics. Chicago, especially after yesterday's game, they should lose. But this is a game that the Bulls will win. They shouldn't win it. Miami's starting to tick up. This is a game the Bulls win. I'll take them with the points, 2.5 right now on DraftKings. Next, we got Orlando at San Antonio. San Antonio parting ways with Marcus Aldridge. I think Vucevic keeps him in that game, +7. I'll take him with the points. Next, we got Indiana traveling over to Los Angeles. I'm going to take Los Angeles. The Lakers, I should say, to cover 4.5. It's pretty easy cover there. Indiana's... they're a team who fights hard, but just not a lot of big-time talent up and down that roster. A guy like LeBron having a few days off. Expect him to have a big game. I like his over-under point total. I think it's 28.5. I like the over. Lastly, we got two more. We got Houston at Utah. I'll take Utah -14.5. I was big on Houston earlier in the year. I looked at John Wall. I looked at Victor Oladipo. DeMarcus Cousins still a contributor at this point in his career. Christian Woods come on huge. And then still just some glue guys from when Harden was there. You have a solid player in P.J. Tucker, solid guy in Eric Gordon. Not a terrible roster. They're just struggling big time right now. So there we're going to go Utah -14.5. Utah is just too good. Lastly, now we got Denver traveling over to Memphis. This one's kind of a kick in the nuts. I'm going to take over 227.5. Both teams essentially average that, and that's obviously not everything, but I mean, Memphis is kind of an over machine. They get out and run, they play fast. Denver typically likes to slow it out again, to slow down the game. Their last game was a shootout, though, when Denver last played Memphis in Denver. So we're going to go over 227.5, and if you had a gun to my head, I'd take Denver money line. But, guys, that'll do it for today's episode. Pretty weak numbers on yesterday's episode. Come over, check us out, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Does a lot for us. Able to bring you guys more content that way. And actually, I do have something else for you. Slight cut in the audio there, but the last thing I did have for you guys was our lock of the day over on our Instagram. It's been posted. Head on over to see what it was. Our lock of the day smashed yesterday easily. West Virginia under in first half and total for the game both hit. Head over there right now. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.